I said, we're going live. We are going live. It is Sunday. Is it a happy one? It's been a stressful weekend. It's been a stressful week, but we try and make it the best and happy as we can. So happy Sunday fun day, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly Sunday live stream where we get to hang out with you, read your comments in the live chat if you're tuning in real time at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's something wrong.
I don't have a guitar.
Where is your guitar?
I,
Just not feeling it?
man, I've had another song stuck in my head all week, George.
I think it's the same song that's stuck in my head.
Really? Want to sing it with me?
Like a bizarre song.
Do you want to sing it with me?
But it's kind of catchy.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
People, coming for me. People, people. This is Lips. Oh my goodness. Coming to get me, evil people.
They won't let me be. She released this song in 2023. We're in 2025.
Ah, she didn't stalk us by then, did she?
No.
She didn't harass us.
We didn't know who she was back in 2020.
She didn't make a million different websites and pages and videos and defamatory things about us.
Yet.
She said, people, evil people. Maybe she wrote this about herself.
I think so.
Or is this not the most?
Because she's a mooch.
Oh, yes.
And those that were giving her money cut her off. So all of a sudden they're evil.
Is this not the most hideous,
unhinged, most cringe song out there?
Can't even hit the notes. I mean,
even with like a synthesizer.
Her and Lisa should get together and do a duet. No. Okay, you ready? You ready?
How about no and say they did? How about they not and say they did?
Darkness. Let me say it 30 more times. Darkness.
Yes. She's gonna hit the chorus again?
I mean, I'm hitting the note. She's not even hitting the note. People, evil people, coming for me. People, evil people,
they won't let me be.
People, oh my goodness. I think it's evil that we would even let anybody listen to that any longer.
Our ears are bleeding. And again, this was released in 2023. Who are those people that won't leave her be? Are these the same people she made disgusting videos about with their images on like a turtle's body or under a white cape?
Well, we have released.
Wanting to know why people won't leave her be?
We have released that there is a class action lawsuit being filed against her. We have been invited to be a part of that. At this point in time, we've declined as we're pursuing our own legal endeavors for what she's done to us. But
yeah, remember she filed a lawsuit on myself, Jeremy, along with Megan Tugg and Just Jay and Shizzy.
Yep, Shizzy as well.
And then withdrew it and then brought it back and then dropped a couple people and then brought them back and then dropped it again. Like, who does that?
Tizzy DeMont says you sing better than Lips.
I wasn't even trying.
Can't sing off key like she does. I can't do it.
Yeah, and come to find out, after she emailed us for the very first time, May 15th, we didn't know who this woman was. May 15th, 3 days later, we're in a lawsuit.
Never even said her name. Don't even know who she is.
Know who she is.
Some freak.
Yeah. And then come to find out, we start doing some digging, and people are sending us information.
Well, we know now.
Come to find out, she has filed multiple lawsuits against multiple people, including her own family, her own husband, who's an educated man. And
there's a good one on there.
For 2 years, she had a long list of people that she she tried to sue and then withdrew the case, or the courts withdrew it because she did nothing. And then I found a video of her saying that she'll file a lawsuit just to put it on the record, and then knowing that she's not going to do anything with it. And I'm like, okay, this is exactly what she's doing to us, especially me, because I've never said her name, didn't even know who this woman was.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say woman. I think that is very much so up for debate.
Well, and then I found another video of her saying, "Why do you think I have so many names?" Meaning her aliases. It's because I've come to the realization that I have a lot of personalities inside of me.
Thank
And
you.
I'm like,
I have my
oh my
favorites.
God, this is who we're dealing with.
We're dealing with people, evil people.
2023.
She was singing about the anti-ecosystem. I said, people, evil people, trying to slash tires. People, evil people, defamers, harassers for hire. I said, people, evil people, going to jail. I said, people, evil people. You know who won't be there? What the hell?
I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure, want to see us locked up, especially Fleesa. Her and Lynette keep trying to bring it into fruition. What is that called when you try and
foreshadowing?
Not foreshadow. When you try to
speak it into existence.
Yes. What's
manifest.
Manifest.
Oh.
They try and manifest it.
All right, hold a second. Manifesting Fleesa not having front teeth.
I manifest no gray hairs.
I manifest Fleesa not having front teeth, and it worked. It worked.
Wait, where's
for the first time ever?
Where's the 8-ball? We were gonna make that a segment on What the Hale.
What did we do with the 8-ball? We need that 8-ball. Well, since we can't do the 8-ball segment, why don't we get into the freak? Okay. The freak cap. It's nowhere near as funny and as great as a flea cap. But I tell you still got to listen, because at the end of it, we still want to know who's the biggest freak of the week. Okay. Now, George, you do have some screenshots ready for the end here, but before we get to that, I don't know if you know all this happened, George, because you were really focused on studying for your state exam, your auctioneer license.
Yes. So one of the many reasons why we're still in Ohio, take notes, greasy chicken grease woman, take notes, is because the Ohio auctioneer's state exam was scheduled Friday. And so you have to be here in person in Ohio to take the state exam. Yeah. And so the state exam was 2 hours south of Hale's headquarters. And so.
Oh, you know who has not been able to take that test? Oh, Pile Guano!
And there's a way to look online to see if that person has the license.
And he doesn't because he's not qualified.
Oh, but he must have been sleeping.
No,
he must have been sleeping, and that's why he
must have just been a joke.
He must have been just jumping. It was all a joke.
He will people. He wants them to poke knives in the tires. He wants to hire people to do damage.
Kathy says seeing you sing together is epic.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's just Jay right there.
There he is.
And freak caps are pretty good too. Well, I mean,
with
nowhere near a flea cap. I call it the way it is. Okay, listen. Flea caps are hilarious.
With the help of Sarcasm and Ketchup, when Ketchup has to step in and do it for Sarcasm.
This morning was just, we can't get enough. Our morning routine is typically.
Wait. So when a lot of people ask us, how do you guys handle the stress of everything going on in your lives with the anti-ecosystem? And here's the answer. Here's part of the answer.
Chopstick.
Yes, chopsticks is a must. But beeswax.
So typically, our routine most days, depending on what's going on. Now, tomorrow morning we have bankruptcy court, which is going to go on for quite some time.
Creditors.
As a matter of fact, I just got the 40-some pages that she finally filled out, and it's such a lie, and it is so. She claims she has $50 in jewelry, that she has a stainless steel bracelet that she wears. That's her jewelry. $50 in jewelry. Ha! Okay, but anyways, all right. Tomorrow's bankruptcy creditors
Hold on a
meeting is going to
second.
be incredible.
Okay. So the flea market themselves go live every weekend,
Well,
and that
we'll wait.
debunks what she
We'll wait for
says.
court. We'll wait for
Okay.
court. Trustee's going to have everything, but our normal routine, and this isn't to exclude anyone, please understand that this isn't to exclude anyone, but our normal routine typically is I start the morning by listening to Veteran Nation, and then I go into Georgie and Coop, or Coop and Georgie, and then I try and go back to anything that I missed from any other creators during the day, because usually we're filming, and then when I'm fine-tune sorting, I'm listening to all
In
of them.
between the filming.
In
he's got
between.
it playing.
If anything, JK will release during the afternoon, which I absolutely love. And we don't comment on everything. It's
No.
impossible for us to do. So JK, and then there's Tizzy has been, and then just so many people have
Just
been.
Jay.
Just D spills the tea, and then there's been, oh my goodness, there's been so
Megan and
many.
Tug, I listen to them almost nightly, and I don't even
Man,
comment.
Rosalind
Duke's
Duke's latest timeline video,
Yeah.
perfection. Holy cow. So usually during the afternoon, I catch up on everything else. And
And
then,
then if we're up late, we'll listen to Shizzy. If we
Thank you,
can't get to
Kasha.
him, then we'll listen to him in the morning.
well, and then we go to Megan and Tug, Tug and Megan, Shizzy, and then usually by then we're like, and we're passed out. So then we catch up on everybody else in
Yes.
between the pre-recorded. So we try and hit all the lives, and then we get the pre-recorded in the middle, and so we laugh a lot. And this weekend was an extended weekend for us. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had an incredible time with friends, and we had a Friendsgiving, and
Yes.
George and many others got to take their state exam for the auctioneer license. George, everybody wants to know.
How did I do?
Are you a
Jeremy
licensed
kept
auctioneer?
Jeremy kept saying it's so hard. It's nothing of what you'll learn in the class, but come to find out, he was multitasking the whole 2 weeks, and therefore he
I
wasn't.
run multiple
He wasn't really
businesses.
paying attention. Where there was me, I was taking good notes, and the instructor even told us like what pages to study. And so in my notes, I jotted down what pages to study in the binder. And so that's how I studied. I read my notes, looked at the pages in the binder, went back to the binder, and only studied those pages. I didn't overstudy. I just stuck to what he told us to study. And you probably missed that if you were multitasking.
So the whole group comes back, like this huge group. We had so much fun.
There was 5 of us that was scheduled to take the state exam. And so all 5 of us brought our significant other. And so we rented this huge house that can accommodate 10 to 11,
6
12
bedrooms,
people.
tons of bathrooms, tons of fun.
And it was perfect.
And like Thursday night, you would have thought everybody been down and studying. Nope.
We attempted to study.
Nope. So it was all of us that didn't have to study who brought the shenanigans. And then Friday they went to take their test, and then Friday we also had our Friendsgiving, which was so much fun.
Yes.
Saturday we went to a auction, which was planned to kind of cap off the entire fun of the weekend. Which obviously things went really south really quick, which we'll get into. But we don't know yet if you pass. You know you
I
pass.
feel confident. I didn't think it was as hard as Jeremy made it sound. I feel confident. I'll be shocked if I didn't pass. But the woman that coordinates the testing so that we will receive 2 emails. The first email will state whether you received your license or not, and then the second email will indicate the score that you got on the exam.
I'm sure you probably beat my score before.
And so there's a 50-50 chance that I don't pass, which I highly doubt.
Which means we have to get everybody back together again at the Airbnb. We're gonna have to do it for Christmas. We're having a Friendsmas.
Friendsmas. And so if there's a chance that I don't pass the exam, they offer it again every month, and so it's usually mid-month. I'll have to schedule for that, which means we'll have to be in Ohio for even longer.
Gina says she wants to try the tortilla challenge. She's like, Jeremy, as soon as you get back in Florida.
So that was Jenna's idea to do the tortilla challenge,
and we had fun.
And the fan water bottle challenge.
Yeah, we had fun.
So yeah.
So between me, Joe, and Thomas, all
You guys
all
went at it.
pretending like we were 10-year-olds. We had the time of our life. Okay. All right. So that we did. We had so much fun.
Dee says if she doesn't pass, I'm headed to Ohio to get my license
Well,
too.
Dee just celebrated her anniversary of getting her minister's license.
Oh,
which
yeah.
She did under 30 seconds online.
It's been a year
Yeah,
since she's
been a
been
year.
an ordained minister.
Yeah. Yep. No doubt. Look,
Congratulations.
Conky's in the chat. We had so
Happy
much
New
fun. We
Year.
really did.
Noreen missed Thursday night. Thursday
Unfortunately.
night was like the wild night.
Guys, you don't understand. You look at Noreen and you're like, yeah, she's innocent.
We can see you, Frank.
No, she is not.
Oh, she said 2 years.
Oh, 2
Why
years
did
now.
it
2
was
years.
2 years. 2
So-
years. Happy 2 years.
So what I love about Noreen is she looks so innocent,
yeah,
and
she's
yet she will take anything to the 100 to 1,000 times higher than any of us will. And so if she would have been there Thursday night, somebody probably would have died. My George died. My George didn't die. So it's I wish she would have been there.
Decoration
Though.
on the mantle that I was like, oh, turn.
Yeah,
turn
almost
around, and
fell.
then Joe
Almost
caught
fell.
it.
Yeah, almost fell. So with all the fun, and Rob came as well with his invisible family
celebrated
Thursday
his
night, and we got to
birthday.
celebrate his birthday. We just had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and that was healing for us. And then at the end of it, then we had to go through all the garbage that we're going through now, which we'll get to. And so we did have a tremendous amount of fun. And I say this with all sincerity, we are so thankful for such loyal and generous and just high integrity friends like Conky and Noreen. Conky's in the chat. And
Yeah.
so through all of this,
Conky probably got 100%.
yeah, Conky probably did. But
He probably got the highest score.
do you understand, through all the garbage that we've gone through all the garbage that has been said about us, they have not
They've stuck with us.
they haven't turned their backs on us.
Yeah.
They haven't questioned us. They have been right there by our side, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Roy and Lisa were there as well, Joe and Jenna, and then Rob and his invisible family, and
Yeah.
we had
Remy was there.
Thomas and Dan. And my fear for all of these people is that the garbage that is done to us is going to overflow onto them. And so, like, I'm so cautious of even saying people's names or putting them in videos, but at the same time, we love them, and so they are a part of our life, and we shouldn't have to feel like we have to shy away from that. And if anybody does attack them, I apologize, and I will do everything I can to actually help you and keep people accountable. And so, talking about people, evil people, let's get into that freak cap from this week. Okay, now pay attention, because we really want to know at the end of this who's the biggest freak of the week. Okay, you ready, George?
Let's do it.
All right, lips.
Conky Noreen's in the chat says, "Love you guys. Love you more."
Lips comes out and admits this week to writing her own obituary
Twice.
after Fleesa publicly tells all of her 4 viewers. She might have had 5 that night. All of her 4 viewers that she has proof that Mike Arthur, Vet Nation, actually did this. Then she said she had proof that Lori did it, and etc. and etc. and etc. and etc. And Lips comes out and debunks the flea, like those teeth abandoned her in her mouth. Wow. Thank you so much for all the super chats, guys. Okay. You think that was it for Mike Arthur this week? No.
Why
Deuce.
was Fleesa so convinced that
Fleesa
people wrote it?
is a fat liar. A big,
She is a proven
fat
liar.
liar.
Yeah.
She knows exactly who did it.
She stinks at journalism.
Now, that wasn't the only attack on Mike Arthur this week. And again, I apologize to those that support us. I apologize to those that love us, and that you would be attacked in this. And I pray to God that you are never harmed by these freaks. But Deuce falsely accuses Mike Arthur, Vet Nation, a veteran, emphasis on Vet Nation, a veteran of the military on Veterans Day, of making prank phone calls to Windermere High School, where Lips is currently teaching chemistry. Although, quite frankly, I'm not sure much teaching is going on.
Oh, minors. She's teaching minors.
Very much so, and putting them on YouTube.
Wow.
Real classy there, Deuce. Real classy. Real classy saying that about a veteran on Veterans Day. You are a big-nosed coward. You run and you run. As much as your nose runs, your feet run even faster and more. You're a coward. You're a pathetic coward.
But he's not letting go of that 40-60 contract.
Oh, no. Maybe he stamped it with his nose.
He's not letting go of that 40-60 contract.
Oh, well, you think that was dumb? You think that was dumb? Lynette literally emails the courts this week
with more
throwing
ex parte communication
Deuce under the bus, admitting maybe he's ghostwritten some of our motions. There is no maybe. He did or he didn't. And by the way, all of this is going to be explored in court. There will be depositions. And when she's asked, what does this mean? What did that mean? Why did you put this in here? Who did this? Who did that? She will not be able to answer. This is the way it's going to go. Either Deuce is going to be held accountable with money, fines, and potential jail time, or Lynette is going to be held accountable with money, fines, and potential jail time. So, Lynette, we know you're watching. You better throw him under the bus just a little bit past a maybe if you think you're going to save yourself, which is Deuce's biggest fear right now, that she is going to attempt to save herself. And I guarantee you, if he hasn't run yet, he's prepping and preparing. We've seen all the signs of the prep and preparing. By the way, as I share that, we don't share everything we know.
No.
And there's so much we know. And I find it odd, as we're going to get to Pile Guano, that people are going, oh, now my eyes have been opened. Listen, we don't take joy in sharing this with anybody online. There's no joy in this whatsoever. This is to get people to stop and let them know there is accountability. There are eyes on them. The people of YouTube are watching. The authorities are watching. So let's keep going. Deuce then goes and comments on a larger LawTubes channel and says, how come no interest in a large YouTuber suing 4 other tiny YouTubers covering him, as he continues to beg for YouTubers for coverage by other channels while crying to the court that Jeremy Hales is covering his own life? Please help me make sense of that.
That makes zero sense.
Please help me make sense. He is still begging channels to cover this as he's complaining that we have it online. Somebody please help me make sense of this. Now, I don't claim to be the smartest person in the world, but I sure ain't dumb. That's dumb. That's beyond dumb.
They have done a lot of dumb things along the way.
There you go. There goes Fed 2 for you, old Deuce. Fed 2, you sit there and you still are trying to get people to cover the case as you're whining and crying that we're covering our own case. Why are you trying to recruit people for YouTube content with your contrived bad YouTuber story? All right, you think that was bad? All right, we got more. Lynette then makes a public post. Now, you remember earlier this past month, Lynette has made a post. I never asked for money. I never asked for money. Everybody remembers Lynette publicly posting all that, right? I had never asked for money. Then she makes more public posts, multiples, asking for money. Oh my goodness.
Multiple posts. It's like, which personality is posting? Gotta not remember what's being posted.
I wonder if she remembers $7,500 and then saying, oh, really? Not too bad. Not too bad. $7,500.
Not too bad. Then why can't they work for it and raise it themselves and earn that money themselves?
And why didn't she report the income from the work on her bankruptcy filings that we are going to go over tomorrow with the trustee? Interesting. Sarcasm, thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart.
Thank you.
By the way, if you don't know who Sarcasm is yet, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman.
She's the co-host of Just Jay.
And
I
just Jay,
love their
he's okay.
chemistry.
Oh my goodness, they're so good, and she's so beautiful, and her accent. Oh my goodness,
When I
my
first
goodness,
started hearing her, I was like, is that a real accent or do you think she's just doing
it's
it for the
legit.
show? But
It's
it's
legit.
legit.
And by the way, George and I can tell each other that somebody else is beautiful, and we don't get jealous.
Mm.
So, would you agree?
God made a
Yeah,
lot of attractive
yeah.
people.
So, I think you're beautiful, and you think I'm all right. So I just stole Just Jay and Starcasm's bit right there. So actually, they really play off the same bit that we really started YouTube with. That you're the superhero, you know everything, and I'm the clueless moron. And it was always part of our recipe. It was always part of our recipe from the beginning, and it
And I
works.
think that's why we appreciate it
Oh, that's
because
why. Oh, absolutely. We absolutely love what they're doing. And it's so funny. And we crack up, literally crack up. We were cracking up all morning. And then at sometimes we not only crack up, George will just start screaming, "That's a lion! That lion! Da, da, da!" And I'm like, calm down.
because
He's not calling Jay
I
or
don't listen
Starcasm a liar. He's calling when they're going over what
when they're
Fleesa said.
when they're doing the flea cap because I don't listen to I don't understand how people could even stand to listen to what they have to offer. There's just it's not entertaining. And so I listen to what they talk about and then like I listen to clips that Megan and Tug
Yeah.
share on Rumble.
Yeah. Or clips that people clip and they put it online,
And
and
a
then we
ton
can
of people
download
send
that.
us stuff
Yeah,
as well.
they give us the evidence for court, and which we appreciate that. We really do. So coming out of left field, maybe out of your radar as of late, but Jeannie Stark, widowed wife of Scott Stark, deceased lawyer. If you recall, Lynette was in front of Judge Grove and said, "My
My
lawyer
lawyer
died."
died.
Well, Jeannie Stark gets kicked out. Literally gets kicked out of her Catholic grieving group because she tells the group she's glad that Stark is dead. And if you think I'm joking, you are very wrong. This is a public post from this week
That she made.
that
I
she
haven't
made.
seen it yet, but we did put two and two together, and we figured that this is a very odd way for her to grieve.
Very.
The things that she was posting, it's almost as if she fed him certain things, or
It's messed up.
intentionally didn't do certain things so that he can go because she knew money was coming. Gross, like gross. She just had a very, very weird way of grieving by the way she was posting online.
But she did post last week that she now had money. Here's more craziness. Here's more. She's got money now. Now she's waiting on her house. She's going to get her house now because she just got money. So here is on 11/7. Here's the post about she got kicked out because she was glad that Stark is gone. So there's that right there. Uh, kind of past everybody's radar, but her estate is still being sued. So Scott Stark, even though he's deceased, that doesn't relieve him from the thumbnail case or the trespass 5 case.
Well,
The estate is now responsible for what he's done illegally.
and she admitted to the courts that she was the one writing it all.
All right, let's keep going on. Talking about somebody who's writing it all. Lips admits that she was legally consulting the anti-What the Hale's ecosystem members, which is 100% illegal for her. And she has now deleted it, although it's been screen recorded 100 times plus, and we have it for court. She puts it in video that she's a legal consultant. I cannot believe an individual who claims she's so smart, so smarter than anybody else,
IQ genius.
smarter than you and I will ever be. As a matter of fact,
genius.
her Instagram and her TikToks and all that is now gifted and autistic, genius gifted and all this garbage. Dan, thank you so much. And Lips goes on to declare to let the world know publicly that she's breaking the law. Insane. And she's going out and stating that I'm under investigation for stalking. This is hilarious. By the way, as if I don't have files upon files, literally everything she put online since May. I have everything. Even if she deleted it, I have it. And it's all coming to court. And now we're going to amend our complaint in court against her. She will be paying us for the rest of her pathetic life. And that's because of what she did. Had nothing to do with what we have done. Okay, let's keep going on. Now, speaking of lips, this is one of the funniest things. It was either today or yesterday. I think it was today. She puts out a short video where she's quoting a stalking case. Now, get this, George. She's quoting a stalking case from another country that has different laws and does not have freedom of speech. Now, George, I know
But
you're...
I thought she was an IQ genius.
Oh, well, yeah.
Genius.
Well, go figure. George, I know you weren't born in this country.
But I was.
Oh, you were?
It was my parents that weren't born in this country.
So you only know one set of laws for this. What country are we in?
This is the United States of America.
America, baby! America! If you're going to post stupid things about stalking laws, probably ought to post things that are relevant in America. Just throwing that out there.
Or relevant to the state.
That would probably help too with
laws
state law.
vary from state to state.
Probably help too. This is America. Okay. Now, this is probably one of the funniest things of the week, George. Lips and Fleesa claim that we're hacking. We're hacking their devices.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do we also still have birds and cameras and birdhouses?
Oh, yeah. Well, what was it last? 13, 17, 18, a million
8 or 9
videos across the street? I mean,
cameras.
I mean, the one thing I can confirm, I will confirm one thing. We almost own a cell tower. Almost. It's a couple years away, but we almost own the cell tower. Once the lease on the cell tower leases the property from us, which we are in that current lease. After that lease is up, then the cell tower actually is owned by me. All the carriers.
Travis says 25.
25 3D cameras with sound as well.
I'm impressed that they can even count that high, because I can't.
Here's the other thing I'm impressed with. With that many cameras, you would think that we would have showed at least one clip. One clip from those 25 cameras on YouTube. Yeah. You know, because Deuce says that we have the cameras for the contrived bad neighbor story. You would think there would be one clip.
When Fleesa inserts herself with Levy County law enforcement, she even says that we're doing it for content.
Gotta stay weird, baby.
But identifies herself as a YouTuber.
Gotta stay weird. All right, and then capping our incredible extra long weekend off with friends, we have Pile of Guano, otherwise known as Andrew Israel Alvarez, resident of Lorain, Ohio, with a rap sheet just about as long as my driveway, which includes rugs, rug dealing, and all kinds of other things. By the way, he went live showing that he was in auctioneer school, and yet to date, there is no license. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, that would be because of his record. Because he didn't know when he went to auctioneer school that he couldn't become an auctioneer because he's not eligible because of his record. Yeah. Now, as Fleesa has said all these defamatory things about my record, saying I'm a felon and all of this and all of that, yeah, she's being sued for that. Guess who is a licensed auctioneer? Oh.
I looked it up.
I
looked it up. I looked you up. I looked Christian up, and I looked Roy up because I knew all three of you went and got your license.
That would mean because I don't have a felony. I don't have a misdemeanor. I have a clean record. Go figure. Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting? Well, Pile of Guano offers to pay $700 to do damage to George's car. Now, Fleesa goes on and says, oh, no, Guano, he was just joking. He was joking. Wait, by the way, we're going to look at the text. We're going to look at the full text.
I do want to thank Fleesa for confirming that he did indeed send those texts.
Fatty, thanks. Thanks for the third-party confirmation. How stupid can these people be?
Thank you for confirming that it wasn't AI generated, that they were legit texts.
And then, first, she confirms that they are real and says he was just joking. Then she goes to say, oh, no, Jeremy's trying to set him up. Is it a joke or is it a setup?
Which one is it?
Which is it? I'm just curious, who's going to be laughing when the city of Lorain police actually arrest him, which they've already been at his door today. So who's going to be laughing? Thanks for confirming the messages are real. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead. Well, not quite yet. Go ahead and prep, but I do want to set it up exactly what happened.
Okay.
So we had an incredible weekend with good friends, and I apologize to those friends, and I apologize to them in person while we were there at the auction. That this stuff, bring us back up first, please, and that this stuff has even happened with them there being involved. And so we wanted to end this incredible time together with a storage unit
I have
auction
a
because
picture I can share.
we love it. We all love the storage unit auctions, and it's what's brought us all together, and we all want to be auctioneers, and we're all growing and increasing our businesses. And it's so fun to iron sharpen iron and help each other and rejoice with one another and celebrate with one another with big wins. As you guys even got to see this past week. Venom, thank you so much. We appreciate the love and the hugs. And so while we are there, there's another storage unit auction buyer, and I get out of George's car, which I'm sure nobody.
Which we didn't know who this person was. I don't ever recall
You
speaking to
go
him or
ahead.
ever seeing him at a storage unit facility. We didn't know who he was.
So ton of fun, having so
That was
much
the
fun
group.
out there.
Conky and Noreen
BC
couldn't make
Eagle
it. They
Deb.
retired. And
Yeah, they had to go take
their
care of
dog
Eddie.
sitter. Yeah.
Ashley, thanks again. And so we want to have this incredible time. I get out of the vehicle to go and register, and I hear from a car, I didn't know you were going to be here. I'm like, well, guess what? I'm here. And so then we get out of the car later, and we're told, Guano's been telling everybody you stole his girlfriend, and the whole group just starts laughing. They're like, he didn't steal his girlfriend. He hired her. She works weekends. And they all go, George is right here. What
Well,
are
I
you?
wasn't there for that conversation because I had to record the opening of the
That's
door.
right. That's right. For the first one. So at any rate, we are then told, the individual says, listen, I think you should know I've been watching you for a long time. I think you should know that Andrew has, or we'll just say Andrew calls himself guapo, which you understand is Hispanic for good looking, which is the last thing that he would ever be
It's Spanish
called.
for handsome.
Okay, so
So he
handsome.
gave
good.
himself that
Yeah.
nickname.
A little bit of an issue there, right? So at any rate, Andrew Alvarez, or Palaguano, he tells us that he's been offering. He goes on to tell us, he's like, this guy has screwed over so many people. And by the way, we know how many people he's screwed over.
Oh,
They
yeah.
contact us
We get
all
emails
the
after
time.
emails.
Letters,
Mhm.
emails, messages, side-by-side conversations. We lived it. We saw it. And by the way, and you're going, well, Jeremy, why did you stay friends with him for all that time?
It
I
didn't
didn't
come
know
until
all of that
afterwards.
until afterwards. And then
Correct.
you would see that I would cut him off completely. I wanted nothing to do with him. And then I would feel bad and let him back in for a little bit. And this freak calling me his best friend. His best friend? Do you just cut somebody off for a year, don't talk to them, and be like, listen, you're bad, you're not okay, and when you get right, you come back to me? That's not a best friend. And so this is an acquaintance that I allowed to be in my sphere of influence. And frankly, very, very poor decision on my part. Very poor. And George continues to tell me,
I think
you
it
can't
was-
trust everyone.
Well, I think I was confused why you even became friends with him again, but I think it made it difficult because you both had mutual friends
So at
and being
any
in the
rate,
storage unit industry.
we are then told that he has burned so many people at
Mhm.
Jamie's Flea Market, where he's at every Wednesday, every Saturday. He's burned so many people. So many people can't stand him, and he's sick. And he's like, he's burned me as well. And he goes, I just want you to know, he just offered to pay me $700 to slash all your tires. And I go, okay. I go, is this something I can see? And he goes, yeah, here you go. And I was like, he goes, listen, I will testify for you in court. Nobody likes this guy. And I was like, yeah, we already know that. I mean, he has burned so many people. Listen,
Mhm.
Conky is in the chat. Conky can confirm this. We are at a facility which is invite only, and everything on the bottom floor is pay by the pound. Everything on the top floor has sticker prices. So what Guapo did is went up to the top floor, tried to take everything down to the bottom floor and pay by the pound. That's theft. And then they called him out on it, and then we almost got banned. And I could give you story after story after story of this creep. Story after story. And again, Conky is in the chat. If he wants to confirm, he can confirm. I realize a lot of our closest friends, they said, hey, we're going to stay neutral because we have been hurt so bad by all of this. They don't want the same horrific things being said about them. All the racism, all the files, the this, the that, the other things. All right. They don't want their businesses damaged, rightfully so. And so this individual then goes, well, here you go. And well, there you go. Conky just confirmed it. Conky, I just want to say thank you for confirming, and I appreciate you being bold enough to do that. I appreciate you. I
Mm.
know a lot of my inner circle, which you are part of, have held back and they don't want to be a part of it, but thank you, Conky. And so there's story after story after story after story of what this creep has done and how we would pull away and be like, we're done with this garbage. And so he goes on to tell us, he goes, listen, that's not the only thing you need to know. He's also hired somebody to be with him at every live auction, everywhere he goes. He's paying him $5,000 to do bodily harm to you. Now, I didn't get the aspect of pew pew. But what we do know from Felisa's live stream, which we have for court, this is incredible, that Guano told Dodgy Robbie to make sure it's very, very clear the next time we see each other in person. Oh, that's a direct threat. And now he's paying somebody. This is how cowardly these freaks are. They are such cowards, they have to pay somebody to do the dirty work for them. This is the same coward who got on a live stream and said he'd have to pay me $20,000 to fight him. And when I give him the opportunity for free, he runs crying, Rob! Rob! Rob!
As he's recording it.
What a pathetic little whiny coward. And then this individual goes on to tell us that he is offered $5,000 up to $6,000 for somebody to do bodily harm to me if they see me out in the open. For example, it was brought to my attention that one of the places that I frequent on Memorial Weekend, which would be a flea market, that he had asked people to go there and do bodily harm to me and find me at that flea market. And so this is not just a small isolated incident. This creep has always been like this, and we've been quiet, and we only bring it up now because there are people's lives in danger. If he would have shut his big fat mouth, nobody would know anything about him. Nobody would know anything about his record. Nobody would know anything about his cop killing dad. Nobody would know that he just did this. But he's not mature enough to shut the F up. Is he? So I get a little riled up when somebody is attacking my significant other, whether it be her bodily or her personal possessions. $700 to slash her tires, which, by the way,
all four of them.
You're going to see in tomorrow's video. We got home to Hale's headquarters, and guess what? Anybody want to guess? Do we have a tire slashed? We have a tire slashed at Hale's headquarters. You're going to see it in tomorrow's video. At any rate, we are going to go through these text messages. As a matter of fact, let's go through the text messages now, and then we'll go through the process of what actually happened.
Okay.
And so we get the text messages, and we get them prepped for law enforcement. And you can see up top. So you can see up top here it says Guapo. Now, I'm not saying every individual knows how to spell. I mean, look at lips, look at vomit. These people are stupid. Felisa can't even say. She says torturous. Don't even know real words. So again, that's not how Guapo is spelled. That's not his real name. It's Andrew Israel Alvarez. And to be very clear, at the top of this, what I did on this other individual's phone is I clicked on the Guapo, showed his actual number for law enforcement, showed that where it came from so it all can be identified, and then scrolled through everything on the video, the screen recording that all law enforcement has currently. And then what I did for tonight is I took stills of that. So
the text in the blue is the guy who approached us at the live auction. Again, we didn't know who he was. We've never met him before. I don't recall ever seeing him at a live auction.
But he knows us.
But he knows of us from YouTube.
All right, so why don't you be him in the blue and I'll be Guapo,
right,
which is in the translucent
or
light gray.
So at 9:34 a.m.
Which is when we got there. We got there like 9:30, and
yes,
I went to go register.
So he texts Andrew and says, "Yo, call me ASAP. You won't believe who's at this live auction. It's What the Hales."
Now, obviously, we know our name is Hales. And then Guapo says, "Where you at? Where you at, Mount Sterling?" Which is where we were
Where
actually at. We were in Mount Sterling. So obviously he knows there was an auction there that morning. So we were in Mount Sterling.
He responds back with, yeah.
I'll pay you good money. We'll go on to the next one. Now, keep in mind, Felisa told you this is a joke. This is a joke.
So you tell us
Felisa told you this is a setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, who said I will pay you good money? The Blue or Guapo? Guapo did. He says, I'll pay you good money. Is the auction still going on? Now, keep in mind, I don't see any LOLs. I don't see any smiley faces.
Mm-hmm.
What I see is a fat flea lying through her non-existent teeth. And Guapo, who's going? He's going to be arrested.
Well,
he's been trying to evade it all day today. So, I'll pay you good money. Is the auction still going?
There is like 6 YouTubers here. Yeah.
It's too far. It's 2 hours away. I won't make it. I'll pay you some bread. And then you see he puts in a wagon wheel and he's pointing at the wagon wheel. He's insinuating pop and slash their tires.
Well, and the slang term for bread is money. I will pay you some money.
And
so that's
to
what
be
bread
clear,
means.
to be clear, Pile Guano is nothing but hood rat. He is disgusting. He smells like nasty man butt. Nonstop, all the time, never showers. I mean, just look under his nails. There's like crap under his nails nonstop. He's filthy. He's filthy on the outside, just as filthy as he is on the inside. All right, and you see bread, and now Guapo is showing an emoji of the vehicle. That looks like your Jeep. And he says, or anything. So now all the options are open right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then the guy says, for what?
Tires, damage, anything. I won't make it there in time. It's 2 hours away. The more, the better. Money, 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 money. Now, this is Guano, Pile of Guano, saying the more damage, the better. The more you can hurt them, the more you can destroy their property, the better.
How is this funny, Felisa?
Where's the joke in it? Where's the setup?
Would she think it's funny if someone did that to her golf cart?
I'm struggling to see the joke. I'm struggling to see the setup in here when it's 100% Guano saying, this is what I want you to do. Do it. The more, the better. Please, more, the better. More damage, the better. Who you with?
No, it says you're there for profit.
Oh, you're there for profit, and he's offering money. Who you with?
Says, I don't know, it's risky there. There's over 100 people here, which there was a lot of people there at the live auction.
What? Damn!
Yeah, and everyone knows me. I can't.
You can leave early. Think about it. I'll give you 700. Let's keep going on. This is the one screenshot that I put in the short. I'll give you 700. Think about it. LOL. Get right. You too, though, gang. If not, call me. Man, what a creep.
It says,
what a
gang.
What a creep. This is the people that you want to associate with on the anti-What the Hale's ecosystem. And it's funny that Lynette comes out today. She's adamant. I don't know any of them. I don't know any of them. That's odd. That's odd. As they're wearing the merch. She took her time
to write a motion about Bonehead.
Not only that, we have all the screenshots and all of the chat and all the conversations and everything that's been said.
So then he goes on to say, what I got to do? Stab his tire?
And then Guano goes all 4. You know, because if you get 1 slash, you can replace it and get back on the road. But if you have 4 slash, you're stuck.
Mm-hmm. Again, I don't see a joke in all 4.
You see any smiley faces or LOLs yet?
There's no satire. There's no comedy.
You see anybody going, just joking?
Nope.
Oh, me neither.
So then he goes on and says, dang, that's risky as ASF.
All right. And then he goes on, gotta leave the auction early, man, before everyone walks up to the whip. What's the whip?
Whip is a slang term for vehicle.
What a dumb moron. Seriously. This is a communications major in college who can't spell, who can't write, who can't use punctuation, and he has to pay people to do his dirty work. Pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic. By the way, when he's in jail, I promise you I will be going in to visits, and I'll be taking the camera to visit him on the other side of the glass. And maybe he'll get a bunk with his dad who killed a cop. All right, let's keep going on. You may think people know He doesn't even know how to spell no. No, you, but bro, you're not a YouTuber. As if being a YouTuber means anything.
Mhm.
Everybody's a YouTuber in this world, and being a YouTuber doesn't mean that we're known everywhere. Now, if we go to an auction, there's a good chance we're going to be recognized.
Sure.
If we go to a high-end, dress-up, classy restaurant, there's a 100% chance we will not be recognized. Those are not our people. And if we go in there and be like, what? You don't know us? We're YouTubers. They could care less. All right. Being a YouTuber means very, very little. Everybody is a YouTuber in today's world. All right. As if anybody recognizes who Guano is.
Well, Levy County Sheriff knows that Fleesa is also a YouTuber.
Oh, as a matter of fact, it's in the reports that we haven't released yet. Police reports. Okay, we'll get there. All right. Anybody notice you leave early, but it's up to you. You're there, I'm not, so I don't know how it looks. Now, to be very clear, Pile of Guano has already told all the people around him in his circle of sphere that he's going to pay them to hurt me, to do something to me. I mean, we could use the words beat up. It sounds so juvenile. To beat up. Let's just get to the reality of it. To pull out a freedom stick and just fire it. That's what he's paying them to do, okay? And so he's already told all these people in this sphere of influence, as this individual has told us, as he's showing us this text, which is why the initial conversation happened. Hey, he's here. Because Pile Guano's already told everybody, you get him, I'll pay you $6,000 cash. All right. But it's up to you. You're not there. I am. So how's it look?
Yeah, so this isn't funny at all. This is gross. And I'm pretty sure Fleesa would think this was gross as well and not funny. She wouldn't see the humor in this, nor does she ever see the humor in anything in life.
She cries when somebody who lives in the villages posts us that they have a CCW. As if we don't have CCWs. I'm going to guess it's the villages. 99% of the people have CCWs. Oh, my goodness. You're not there, I am, so I don't know how it looks.
Okay.
So, well, 700 is enough to take that risk, though, gang. I'm going to be real. There's only 7 units, so I don't know.
So let's do the math here. He's saying, I'm going to give you $700, and that $700 is enough to take out all 4 tires. That's less than $200 a tire. That's like crackhead prices.
Oh, and how much time in jail will it be?
So he looked at this guy as in, you're only worth $700. I mean, $700 is a lot to a lot of people.
And he's offering 5 to 6 to others to me.
But to try and do this and get away with it at a live storage auction at a facility, as if $700 is enough to take that risk.
Insane.
And then Fleesa tried to say that he was tired. What does that mean, tired? He was intoxicated? That he wasn't thinking thoroughly?
Alaguano's the one that always told every single one of us we have never, ever, ever seen him sober. And I take him for his word. All right, let's keep going. I can't believe 100 people show up for 7 units. That's wild AF. If you don't know what AF is, it's slang for as F-U-C-K. Unfortunately, I have to spell that out for you. But all right, what you got, George?
Probably did you read this one?
Probably 5 when you get there. You're wrong.
When you got there. So then
6. Wrong. There were 6 units total. And there were guns in the 6th one. So really, if you would have been there and you would have won, you probably could have got a little something.
I think he would have been too scared to show up.
He's a coward as it is anyway.
Not really. If I get caught, the charges will cost me so much more. Yeah, all the YouTubers are here.
How would they know to prove it? I don't know. I don't want to convince you too much. Really? You're offering $700? Maybe you should up the ante.
That doesn't sound like a joke to me.
You see the LOLs or the smiley faces yet?
There's no comic relief to that. There's no satire to that. I don't know.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Says, Go ahead, you read that part.
I just did. I don't want to convince you too much. All right.
Cameras, they have all over the place.
Yeah, F that, man.
Yeah, it's hard here.
It's all good, bro. I appreciate you telling me. I would have drove if I had enough time. You see any LOLs, smiley faces yet?
There's nothing funny about it.
All right.
And then he says, okay.
Let me know if you want to send a message at all in any way. Now, you understand What Guapo is now saying is, you want to do anything else to him, you let me know and I'll pay you. That's what's being said here.
Mm.
Now, after that, let's put us back on a screen right now, and we'll go back to the next one after that. After that, I get all the screenshots, and I have Guapo's number. I unblock him, and I send him a screenshot of what he actually sent me. This is his response. Let's go ahead and show that. This is Guapo's response, and we're going to see it here. And I sent him a screenshot of what he sent me. Let's blow it up to the bottom, right down there at the bottom. So this is a screenshot 700, and his response, that is hourglass, 2 hourglasses trying to say your time is running out. Now you can put us back up on the screen. Now, if you don't think law enforcement doesn't interpret that as a death threat, you're dead wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going, okay, so what happened then? What's going on with the police? And so this is the funniest thing. We've heard that Fleesa stated that I would never go to the police because of assault. No, there's never an assault because Guapo invited it. He wanted it, $20,000 of it.
What?
There is no assault.
She would never go to the police for what?
She stated I would never go to the police to report guano.
That
because,
you wouldn't? Why
because,
wouldn't you?
Because she's stupid. So let's get this very clear. The very first thing we did at the storage unit facility is we contacted Lorain City Police. And so they guided us through. They know what we have. They know what was going on. They guided us through and said, listen, he is the criminal. You are the victim. So you have to go to your personal police station first where you reside, and then they're going to contact us. Then we're going to work together. Then we're going to go get them.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, okay, not a problem. So I text our chief here at our local police. I say, hey, chief, where you at? You at work today? He goes, I'm in Columbus. He's at the game. I was like, so are we. We're heading back home right now. And I tell him and I show him, I said, this is what happened. He goes, all right, go straight to the station and then we'll get this all down and we'll start working with Lorain City Police. So when we got home, we didn't even come home first. We went straight to the police station. They have everything. They're working with Lorain City Police, and Guano's been hiding. Pure and simple. That's what it comes down to. So that's where things are. If you are so foolish to think that we don't know why we don't associate with these individuals, whether it be Dodgy Robbie, who we once associated with and then found out what he really was, or Pile of Guano, who we once associated with and found out who he really was. And by the way, you know the person who's hurt the most in this? Kaylin. I got to tell you, that woman is one of the sweetest, most beautiful outside, inside individuals who has supported our business, we've been friends with her from the beginning. And she has helped take our business to the next level. And hopefully, I pray that we've been able to help her get over some of this garbage and take her life to the next level as well. I want to be very supportive in what she is a part of. She's been very supportive in what we are a part of. And the person that's hurt the most is all the cheating, all the lying, all the stealing. He still owes her thousands of dollars he never paid her that he did to that precious woman. It's pathetic. It's cowardly. He's going to get a cell. You watch. He will get a cell. Just like his dad. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And all you pathetic women out there that are supporting him, whether your name be Bonnie, whether your name be Lori, whether your name be anything else.
Kristen is his number one.
What does that say about you? You're just as pathetic. It's sick. It really is. And so, with that, that's our freak cap of the week. Who is the biggest freak of the week? Let us know here in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Let us know if you thought that was a joke.
Yeah, did anybody see any smiley faces?
Fleesa found that humorous and thought it was hilarious.
Anybody see any LOLs?
Yeah.
Anybody? And you can also tell us in the chat when you think the Lorain Police will pick him up. You can let us know that too. And if you want to share his rap sheet, well, you better get a very, very extensive page because it's a very, very long rap sheet. very long rap sheet.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't know any of this when we first met him.
No.
And I wish I would have known all of this. Wish I would have known everything about Robbie before I met him. I wish I would have known everything about Palaguano before I met him. I wish I would have known a lot about a lot of people before I met them who we will no longer film with and no longer want to be associated with. And by the way, if you continue to associate them with them, I want to be very clear. If you continue to associate with these freaks, if you continue to associate with these dangerous individuals, if you continue, you will not associate with what the Hales. That's simple. We will not allow you to be a part of our life. We will have protection and we will have boundaries in our own life. And so, who's the freak of the week? It looks like Palaguano, George.
Yeah,
Go figure.
everyone's saying that it's not funny.
Do you think it was
It's not
funny when
funny.
he was
Not a
crying?
joke.
He was crying Saturday at Jamie's flea market with all the other people that he told that he would give them money if they did bodily damage and harm to me. He was crying to them. Why would he tell them? Why would he give up the information? This pathetic baby.
And had it all in writing. Another deuce move.
100% complete deuce. Oh my goodness.
They're all guessing. They're all voting in the live. And
my goodness.
It's guano because it's not funny.
Now, this is what you do know. Why don't you think now about what you don't know? Now, here's what I want to say. And I want to state this very plainly. I know you got an auction, George. I want to state this very plainly. We've been told that Palaguano has offered $5,000, $6,000 to individuals to do bodily harm to me when they see me out in the public. You come forward and you show me the text messages from him, showing me the proof that he's offering you that kind of money, I will pay it to you.
Well, who's funding
so that I can use it in court to put him away forever. And he will no longer defraud or steal or take advantage of people. Let me state that very clearly again. He has offered $5,000, $6,000 to individuals to do me bodily harm if they see me out in the public. If he said that to you and you have it in writing, you bring it to me, I will pay you the $5,000, $6,000, whatever the amount he offered you. I will give it to you in cash for the evidence against him in court. If I'm not clear, that's a cash, 100% cash in your hands for the evidence to put him away. He has made so many enemies. There are so many people that don't ever want to see his face again. You give me the evidence that puts him in jail, the cash is going to be in your pocket. Done deal. My word means something. And my word also was on a video this week that said I was not going to keep the Snap-on checker set, which is brand new and sealed, with the stainless and the matte black. I changed my mind, George.
The little checker pieces are...
I changed my mind.
Look at that.
We're going to auction it off tonight.
Yes.
We are going to auction it off. We're going to auction it off tonight.
And we're giving away a $100 gift card.
We're giving away $100?
We are.
With love?
We are with love.
No, because we are all about Angie. And so, can Angie
I'll see you guys at the auction.
Oh, you're going to the auction right now?
Yes.
You're probably going to need this.
I got to set up.
Probably going to need this right here. Let me turn the volumes all down right there and make sure you're good to go. People, they're coming for me. All right, that is your freak cap. And I know there was a lot this week. Unfortunately, our incredible week with friends, and it was an incredible week. I got ruined at the end, which that was the intention anyway, right? And I have a feeling
he set us up and ruined our week.
I have a feeling that next week's going to be a lot better when the police catch up with them. And yes, I will be doing visits in the prison, and I will have a camera, and I will be filming it all. And with that being said, guys, we're going to go jump over to an incredible auction. We have a ton of great things. We're doing a great online auction here tonight because we are actually licensed, because we are not felons, because we don't have rap sheets. And by the way, I want to make this extremely clear. I realize there are some people with rap sheets. You got a bad deal. You got something that was way, way, way back in your past. I'm not making fun of you by any stretch of the imagination. I am talking about Palaguano. He is a pathetic, childish, whiny little brat coward. and he deserves jail. And that's where he's headed. With that being said, join us over on the auction. It's pinned in the comments. And by all means, stay weird, my friends. Stay weird. Try not to slash anybody's tires. That's not good. You're weirdos!